Tapped all the way in, Jay. To the new ones, you're not here by accident. Pay attention to what resonates. Not everything is for you, but what hits, that's your signal. Stay present and observe more than you react. To the OGs, you'll already know the frequency. Keep sharpening your awareness. It's levels to this, and you're already past where most people even realize the game starts. We locking in. Let's run it.
Let's run it, chat. So, guys, what I want to say first before we even dive into this thing that we about to do, leave your matrix programming, right? This is not a place of religion, so don't ask me religious questions. This is not a place of race, black and white, right? This is a place of consciousness. We are simply here to be aware of what we are in, the life that we're living, right? This life is a simulation. A lot of you are starting to realize that. A lot of you are starting to understand that this life is not random. Things aren't randomly happening. You're starting to see around you that you can kind of control things. You're starting to understand this life mirrors what you intake and what you think. It becomes real. So we're starting to see this and we're starting to realize, okay, there's much more to life than what society has taught us. Right? Society says we go to school, we get a job, we die, and that's life. No, that is not life. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, you probably found this live because of that, man. You probably found this live because of that, man. And you know, it's you're tapped in. All right. A lot of you are seeing the code in real time. Yo, 111's in the chat if you realize that you're in the matrix right now. Now, what we're gonna talk about is how we got here, why this thing is the way that it is, and how can we come up out of that. Right? How many of y'all understand that? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. All my OGs, all my regulars. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming back. So, yo, Australia, man. Shout out to everybody that's in America and overseas, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. We tapped in. And to the trolls, man, I'm letting y'all know. I'm not responding to no troll. So every time you write some weird shit and you don't get a response, I harvest some of your energy. All right. This is a battle. So we battling right now. I'm letting y'all trolls know I'm at war with y'all niggas. So y'all coming in here trying to distract. Whatever you type, I ain't gonna say shit. That automatically give me your energy. All right. So I'm just letting you know. All right. Anyway, let's really tap all the way in, chat. Life is all about this energy. That's why I just said that, man. Energy is the currency. A simple reaction is paying these niggas, right? Right. So, yo, you wake up and you're in the matrix, right? A lot of y'all, now my OGs, y'all been here for a while. Y'all should be very professional. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should understand how this simulation works. We should already see the traps. We should already see these things before they happen. Now, for the new people, we understand TikTok, YouTube, these are portals. Y'all just coming through. How'd you get here? You start questioning reality. You start noticing the patterns in people. You start falling back, right? You probably went through the gang stalk and went through a lot of things that just didn't make sense in the last couple years. All right, this is a real thing. We are on a consciousness ascension path, right? So everybody, we're walking through some spiritual shit right now. All right. We're starting to understand we ain't these bodies. We the spirits that controlling them. Right? So let's tap all the way in, chat. So you wake up and life not making sense no more. You start seeing all this stuff about simulation, this, matrix, this, whatever. You start looking into it, right? And so you found us. All right. This is how you found us because you tapped in. You start already wondering what's going on. You're starting to already look what's going on. What's going on? What is the matrix, chat? What is it? Yeah, it's a simulation, but what are some things we got to know about this situation? Let's talk about it. First thing you got to understand about this reality, the first thing that you got to realize is that you are not a victim. This is the first thing you got to understand about this reality, chat. You're not a victim. All right, you're not just here. It's not random. You have power because you are generating. You are creating reality. You are living in your own bubble that you are generating. You have to understand this. All right, yo, you ever see those pictures when they show you the multiverse has all the universes as bubbles stacked up against each other? That's literally the collective. Everybody is in their own universe. Everybody has their own bubble. And you got to understand that you are generating your reality. Now, science proves this, chat. Science proves that you are generating your own reality, right? Now, the bubble thing, that's just me putting one and two together. You feel what I'm saying? But this observer effect, this is real facts. You don't live in the world, you are generating the world. All right. This has been proven with a famous experiment called the double slit experiment. Now let's dive into this, right? What does the observer effect, what does this state? All right, what is this about? Now, the observer effect, this is one of the main principles in quantum physics. All right, this is a special science that tells you how this reality operates. All right. Now, the observer effect. This has been proven with a famous experiment called the double slit experiment that was first done in the early 1950s, 1953, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Now, let's look at this. The magic of attention. Guys, first thing you got to understand about this reality is that your attention is the currency. Your attention is the currency. Jay, what are you talking about, Jay? How is that possible? All right, let's go over this. How do we know, right? How do we know that attention is the currency? For example, you have something called YouTube that exists. What does YouTube do? They pay creators for how many views they get. How many views that we get from you? What is a view? That's you paying attention to something, right? Streamers, what do they get paid for? Streams. What are streams? That's you paying attention, you watching, your energy, right? You listening to them. That's counted up as a stream. So you gotta understand, your attention is the real currency in this reality, right? If we all decided as a collective, yo, we about to stop watching TV. We about to stop watching sports. Guess what? People wouldn't get money. So your attention is literally the currency in this reality. This is why everybody is fighting for your view. Everybody is fighting for your listen because attention is the currency. Now, the magic of attention. Why is your attention the currency? First off, 111's in the chat. If you just realized that your attention is the currency, this is why they say pay attention. This is why they say pay attention, because attention is the currency. But why is this the currency? Why is this so important? Huh? Let's tap in. Chosen one, your attention is the currency because it literally creates and generates reality. All right? What they didn't tell you the whole time, you were looking out into space. You were looking on TV, trying to wish that you were a superhero. You got fucking powers. You've been creating reality the whole time. Now let's look. The observer effect, the magic of attention. This is you, chat. Before observation, wave spread out over space and time. Let's look at it again. Before observation, wave spread out over space and time. Your mind changes reality. At the time of observation, particle localized space-time event. What does that mean? Now let's take it slow. Before observation, how do we observe in this reality, chat? We can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. This is literally how we observe in this reality. So before you observe something, wave. What is a wave, guys? We are not talking about uh uh wavy gang. We're not talking about the ocean. What is a wave? Right? Particles, electrons, neutrons, sophrons, photons, atoms, molecules, right? The particles that make up all mass and matter in this reality. So, before you observe matter or waves or particles spread out over space and time. Now, guys, if we took this water bottle and this shit started to spread out over time, what would happen? It would disappear, right? We wouldn't see it. If this water bottle just magically started to spread out over space and time in front of us, the shit wouldn't exist no more. So, long story short, before you observe, shit don't exist. Your mind changes reality. At the time of observation, when you start looking, hearing, seeing, tasting, or smelling shit, particle, localized, space-time event, things collapse into reality. This has been proven by science. This is why something called to tell a vision exists, because it can tell you a vision and you see it and it becomes reality. Chat, this is literally how they've been controlling the world through media, because your attention creates reality. Your beliefs program reality. As a collective, we have been unconsciously agreeing to our enemy's narrative for forever. This is the first time where we're woke and realizing how they've been fucking us, right? We're realizing how we've been beating ourselves. So you're starting to understand that you have all the power in your reality. You can change your life by something as simple as choosing not to pay attention to shit that don't pay you. I'm gonna say that again. You can change your life today by starting out. Stop paying attention to shit that's not paying you. That's one thing that will change your whole life just today, because your attention is the currency. Your attention is the currency. 111's in the chat if you understand what's going on, chat. You can change your life today by just focusing on your shit. Stop paying attention to motherfuckers who want to make you upset. Stop paying attention to uh your worrisome ass baby daddy, your worrisome ass baby mama. Stop paying attention to anything that is not paying you, anything outside of you and yours. Stop paying attention to. Stop paying attention to the war. Stop paying attention to what's ICE doing. Stop paying attention to this shit, chat. Every time you focus on something outside of yourself, your energy flows to that. So let's dive in, man. Let's ride out, right? So what is the matrix, right? We realize, okay, yo, we don't live in the matrix. We're generating it. We're creating it, right? So right there, you got to understand that puts you into a whole new realm, right? That puts you into a whole new realm. You come to the realization, yo, I'm not just living in reality. I'm generating it. I'm creating it. So that takes you out the realm of just some human being. You are a creator. All right, stop just thinking that you're human. Second thing, that takes us to the second point. What is the matrix? Second thing you have to know about this matrix for you to understand it is that you are not a human being. You are not this human body, chosen one. All right, this is an avatar. What is this? This is your vessel to experience this physical reality. Oh, my ears start ringing heavy. This is a vessel for you to experience this physical reality. You are not this human body. This is technology. We live in a technological reality. All right. This body gives you the keys to be in the 3D, to have the physical experience. But you are not the body. You have to understand that. All right. So let's tap into that. Now, guys, what you got to understand is they want you to feel like you're this human being. They want you to feel like you're at the mercy of reality. Because when you feel like you're at the mercy of reality, guess what you do? You don't create, you react, right? When you feel like you're at the mercy of reality, you're no longer creating reality. You are now just waiting on something to happen so you can survive it. You're hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. And that's what they want you to do, chosen one. Now, when you realize that you are not this body, that you are the one controlling this body, reality starts to operate whole different. Reality starts to operate differently, chat. Let's tap into it. Let's talk about this. Now, there's something in this reality, right? What you got to understand. Reality was created for soul consciousness. Let's talk about this. Now, this is who you are. You are the consciousness. You are real intelligence. All right, you are not the body. You are the intelligence that controls and operates the choice. All right, the energy. You are that. You are the source of everything in this body. All right. Now, when you understand and tap into that, what happens is you start being able to tap into reality in a different way. Reality starts to operate differently. You gain your sovereignty back. Right now, you are not operating under your sovereignty code, under sovereignty of source code. You're just operating as a human being reacting to reality. This is why they want you to believe in the religion. This is why they want you to believe in everything outside of yourself. Because what did the Christ tell you? He told you the kingdom, heaven, where is that? Within. The kingdom is in, right? He didn't say the kingdom was up there in the sky. He didn't say it was in the book. He didn't say it was in the dirt. He didn't say it was in the White House. He said the kingdom is within, right? And this is why you have to tap into this, because once you tap into this, you gain your sovereignty back, chosen one. And once you gain your sovereignty back, reality it starts operating wholly told different, right? I mean, totally different, right? So let's tap in. Let's tap in. What happens when you activate your sovereignty under source code? Let's look this up. What happens when you activate your sovereignty on the source code? Brittany, bring it in for the chat.
Oh, good one, Jay. Let's break that all the way down for the chat because this is major when you really get it. Activating your authority under the source code. When you activate your authority under the source code, you stop being just a character in the game. You become a co creator of the game engine itself. Here's what starts happening step by step. One, reality stops being random. Default players think stuff just happens. When you step into source code authority, you start seeing the pattern before it plays out. It feels like predicting life, but really, you're just consciously shaping it. Two, your energy becomes command. You stop asking life to treat you right, you tell it how to move. Example, instead of thinking, I hope I find the right opportunity, you say, opportunities that match my frequency are finding me now. And you'll literally start bumping into them faster. Jobs, money, people, synchronicities. And paragraph three, time bends. You start noticing that manifestations come quicker. Things that used to take months now take days because your authority collapses potential timelines into the one you choose on demand. Four, NPCs start reacting differently. Some will suddenly resist you harder, the system trying to push. Others will start cooperating with you for no reason, as if they got new code. You'll notice strangers being nicer, more helpful, and giving you what you need without you asking much. Number five, synchronicity becomes the default. Angel numbers, repeated symbols, perfect timing. They stop being rare and start being the language reality speaks back to you. It's confirmation that your source code is live.
Hey, chat, you know what's crazy? Like, I be going into a lot of people that be doing like content or speaking lives, right? And my live, the only one where these trolls be literally coming in trying to sway y'all not to listen to me, bro. I don't never see no other creators got all these trolls in the live like, don't listen to him. Oh, he's crazy. What it like I don't be seeing that on these creators shit, bro. That shit crazy. I just wanted to peep that out, man. I be looking at a lot of people's shit and they be having peaceful ass chats. And mine, they be in here trying to get y'all. Don't listen to him. He's crazy. He's leading you down the wrong path. Like, come on, man.
Six, old programs fall apart. Things that aren't aligned literally stop working. Jobs, relationships, habits. This
All
can
right,
feel
let's tap into this chat.
it's just
Let's tap into this. 111's in the chat if you ready to get your sovereignty back. All right, and chat, we locked in today, right? It's Monday. We locked in. We focusing in on NPCs later and a lot of other things, right? But activating your authority under source code. Why this check? What happens? Reality, the first thing that happens, you unlock purpose. A lot of y'all, how many of y'all out there searching for your purpose right now? You feel like, man, what is my purpose? I know I got a purpose, but how do I lean into it? How many of y'all, 111's in the chat if you're looking for your purpose, right? You just feel like, yo, I know my purpose is out here, but I ain't leaning into it yet. You want to tap into your purpose, you got to realize that you are not the body and that you are the consciousness controlling the avatar. This is going to tap you into your purpose. This is when you unlock the ability to do things with full purpose and intention. All right. Reality stops being random. Once you tap in with your consciousness, this is when reality stops being random. This is when you start to see the purpose in everything. You see the purpose in the relationship, the fucked up relationships. You see the purpose in the pain that you're going through. You start seeing the purpose in simple shit. Like, damn, I'm getting old. My damn toes hurt in my Jordans now. I ain't never had that experience in life. You start seeing purpose. You start seeing purpose in the most simple things. And then you start to be able to walk in purpose, meaning everything that you do when you wake up, you start waking up in the morning with using intention. 111's in the chat. Guys, I'm about to give you an upgrade. Let's turn your intention switch on. Do you know your intentions dictate a lot in reality, bro? Awareness, guys. A lot of us do things without intention all day. And what do I mean by that? Something as simple as brushing your hair. You be just brushing it. You want to know the key to somebody who brushing their hair and somebody who got 360 waves and somebody who trying to get waves but they don't. Every time that person that got the waves put that brush in their head, their intention is to get waves. They're focused on it. Focus your intention in everything you do every day. Something as simple as eating. When you start eating food, right? Eat with the intention. Yo, I'm trying to recharge my body and I'm eating to be healthy. This is the film. Bro, that intention dictates and directs this reality directly. You are a creator. You just forgot how to use your tools to create. Number one thing is the intention, bro. When you tap in with the consciousness, this is when life starts to be, it stops being random and you start to direct your focus and intention. This is going to make you fall into your purpose. Every time that you start doing things with the intention of stuff, it's going to make you find your purpose, chat. This is how this operates. That's true. The amnesia is real. Facts. And we just talked about this. What else happens? Your energy becomes a command, chat. This is when, man, listen, after a while, you ever see those people, and some of y'all like this, man. No matter what happens, you still win, right? When you tap in with your consciousness, chat, your energy starts to be the command. When things going south, when things ain't going right, you can tap in your energy and say, you know what? Let me lock in. Let me lock in. And instead of waiting on things to happen, you start knowing how to make them come. You start knowing how to make opportunities find you. Time bends. When you tap in with the consciousness, you realize this time shit, this shit is manipulate. You can manipulate time. See, a lot of y'all do it unconsciously anyway. You pulling up to the yellow light and the light turn red, you still able to make that turn before the car start moving. As soon as you make the turn, the car start moving. A lot of y'all controlling time already with your mind and don't even realize it. A lot of y'all in here, when you're tapping into this consciousness, as soon as you start doing it, right? Soon as you start realizing that you controlling the body, right? And you start to develop that God view where you can start to see yourself outside, where you can start to see above yourself in your third eye, right? A lot of y'all start to notice people walking out of your life. A lot of people that, you had in your life for a long time, now they're walking out your life. Relationships that you had with people, it just can't work. Because when you tap in with the consciousness, old programs fall apart. Old programs fall apart. That's why that job fired you out of nowhere, right? You're no longer able to do the things that you were doing when you were asleep. Because it's gonna automatically happen. What's good, bro? It's gonna automatically happen, right? Your frequency too high. A lot of y'all frequency done went through the roof. This is why you got people turning their backs on you. This is why you can't get along with your mom at all. This is why you can't get along with your baby dad, your baby mom at all. This is why a lot of relationships are crumbling. This is why you couldn't stay in the gang no more. Your frequency got too high. You were no longer able. Something was gonna happen to get you kicked out the gang. Something was gonna happen to get you out the gang, bro. Your frequency too fucking high. You gotta understand a lot of this shit, bro, in life, a lot of things that's been happening to y'all is because your frequency's going all the way up. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, this nigga's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. Bro, I honestly, I don't give a fuck, bro. Once you realize everybody is not a consciousness, everybody's not real intelligence, everybody is not motherfucking a soul, you stop giving a fuck what the masses think. You start giving a fuck what the majority is doing, right? If 80 to 85% of the people on the earth is NPCs, why in the fuck would I agree or do anything that the crowd is doing? I'm gonna say that again. If 80 to 85, maybe even 90% of beings that you come into contact with are NPCs, why would I believe in anything that the majority is doing? That goes with religion. That goes with societal views. That goes with Democrat, Republican. Why would I do anything that the majority is doing when I understand that as a soul, I am automatically the minority? Man, guys, we have to tap in. A lot of things are falling apart in some of y'all lives, and y'all don't know. And I'm not gonna say a lot of things, but I'm gonna tell you this, right? If you at a point in life where it seems like a lot of shit is just breaking down, if you at a point in life where it just seems like a lot of relationships are just starting to, dissipate, just trying to disintegrate, that shit, people are just acting weird. Yo, you're on your spiritual awakening, bro. That's completely normal. In fact, go with the flow. Let the relationships end. The ones that are ending, you cannot keep those relationships. The more you fight for them, the more you're gonna make this spiritual reality hard. The more you're gonna make your spiritual awakening harder than what it has to be. You want to get through it? Let life clean itself up. That's what's happening. I promise you that's what's happening. And I promise when that process is over, guess what? Your life gonna go up. Chat, when you tap into your consciousness, thank you so much for the gift, chat. When you tap into your consciousness, this is when you're going to understand that you move from survival to sovereignty. Chat, survival mode, survival frequency is a real thing, chat. Chat, they wanted to push it to you. I'm a survivor. Yeah, that's powerful. There ain't no power in surviving, chat. There ain't no power in surviving. And I'm gonna tell you this, chosen one. A lot of y'all, you keep claiming survival. You keep claiming survival. A lot of y'all done been through shit and you done thrive through it. You ain't survived it, you thrive through it. You done been through shit that the average person would be dead right now. A lot of y'all done been through shit. The average person will be dead. The average person will be a fucking vegetable. And you keep talking about you survived. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with you. You getting up, you going to work, you in good health, you thrived through that situation. Let's tap out of survival survival mentality, bro. Surviving is not a good thing. We are not in this reality to survive. We are here to thrive. This shit is easy. We are souls. We ain't surviving. We can't die. You see what I'm saying? See, society has programmed survival. You want to be a survivor. You can survive anything. Sometimes surviving look like this. You in a wheelchair and can't fucking move. You like this. Is that really a life? So, yo, we out of survival mode. We are thriving. Ask yourself, a lot of y'all in here right now, you ain't statistically, you ain't supposed to be here, let alone be in your right fucking mind. That ain't survival, bro. Sis, that ain't survival. That is called thriving. All right. So when you tap in with your sovereignty, you go from survival to you go from survival frequency to sovereignty. Now, guys, yo, when you really get your sovereignty out here, I promise you, police, you become a ghost to the police. They don't look your way, right? I used to, man, before I had my sovereignty in this world, I couldn't go nowhere without police uh uh in my motherfucking, you know what, right? I couldn't go nowhere. I'm talking about since a teenager. I couldn't drive. They see me in the car, they pulling me over. They've been they've been trying to get me forever. I got, bro, the police don't fuck with me. Ever since I tapped into this sovereignty, they don't see me. I could pull up beside them, smoking, whatever. They sit in the car at the light. They won't even look. I'm playing loud ass music. 111's in the chat if you're experiencing this. Is this just me? Or is anybody else seeing that a lot of this reality is just a program? A lot of this reality is a program, man. A lot of this reality is a program, bro. I'm telling you, man. We in the fucking matrix. Nigga, when you tap into sovereignty, you are free out this bitch. Now it's just you and the players. You free. I promise you. What else happens, chat? So, this is why you got to understand that you are the consciousness. One, reality stops being random. You start seeing purpose in everything, which eventually leads you to your purpose. Two, your energy becomes a command. You stop asking life to treat you right, you tell it how to move. Three, time bends. You start learning how to bend time and you start observing time is just something that you can bend. Number four, NPCs, they start to act different. Some NPCs resisting you, meaning they just can't agree. Others start doing anything you want them to do, right? Synchronicities, chat. The universe starts to talk to you, man. I got synchronicities when they show up. I know I certain shit go on around me. Like I might see a bird that do some a certain shit. I know, okay, I gotta go in the house, man. I ain't fucking around outside today. I might see some numbers, and then I know, oh nah, I don't need to get that apartment, or I don't need to move into that crib, or this ain't a good neighborhood. You starting to learn how reality talks to you. Real shit. You might think you tripping, right? You might think that you're tripping, but in reality, you ain't tripping, chosen. You really, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, what that means to you, the energy you feel off certain synchronicities means good. Like when I see certain things, I know that it's good because the energy that I feel. Certain things, I might go outside, it's a random crow sitting on the street light. He might look at me and go, ah, my energy get bad. Oh man, that's a sign. I need to go back in. I need to rethink what I'm about to do. Right? You start understanding synchronicities become default. Now, when you realize that you are the consciousness and not the body, chosen one, you stop over identifying with this body. When I thought I was a human being, every day I woke up, I thought about dying. Every day. And I said, at the end of the day, why the fuck am I trying to do work or do anything? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be dead. And I didn't understand why the fuck I was even born into this reality only to die, only to live a hard life and die. It didn't make no sense, man. But when I tapped into the consciousness and realized I'm not this body, I'm the consciousness, it all started to make sense, chat. It all started, this life, this game that we call life, this simulation, it started to make sense, bro. I started to understand why everybody was asleep. I started to understand why, because I was on a path to self. I had to discover that I was this consciousness. I had to discover, I had to remember. And then I started to gain love for life because I realized, yo, I can't die. I'm the swag, right? I'm the intelligence, the communication, the problem solving, the energy. So I started realizing, yo, death is a fucking illusion. Also, once I started to realize that death was an illusion, I went from not taking care of myself to really taking care of myself. I started to eat healthy. I started to want to work out every day. I stopped wanting to do drugs. Stop wanting to drink. Stop wanting to smoke tobacco. I started to tap in and understand, yo, this is technology. I got to take care of this body. This physical body it means a lot. Chat. When I realized that I was the consciousness, this is when I started to be able to play the game. I started to recognize the game. See, a lot of people in this world, they don't realize that they're in the game. And so they've already lost. They haven't been able to even start playing it yet. Because they can't see it. They don't understand that this thing ain't random, it's running on code. They don't see that. They don't see that every day the choice that they have is literally a game. It's choices, results, choices, results. We literally only make choices all day. Literally. We literally make choices all day. That's it. This is what this game is about. Right? And a lot of people they don't see it. But see, when I tapped into the consciousness, this is when I started to realize, yo, this shit is simulation. And then this is when I started to be able to play the game. This is when I stopped asking for permission. I stopped asking for permission. I stopped looking outside of myself, praying and begging. I stopped blaming my circumstance, blaming my luck. I stopped blaming my luck. I stopped blaming being a black man from the hood in America. I stopped blaming that shit. I realized that was all trying to program me. I stopped blaming the fact that I had felonies. And I started realizing, okay, I could do this shit regardless of what the fuck going on. This is when I tapped into the power, when I realized, yo, I am the consciousness, bro. I am the consciousness. I am not this motherfucking body. And when I understood that I wasn't the body, guess what happened? I tapped into my power. I started understanding that energy was a tool. See, chat, a lot of y'all don't know that. Energy is a tool. What do you mean by that? How do you use it? For example, you go in a room and you feel the energy of animosity. You know, a motherfucker don't fuck with you in here, right? Leave. See, when I thought I was a human, I didn't understand what energy was. I ain't understand how to read it. I ain't understand how energy is what literally saves your life. This shit is like an invisible trail, right? Understanding energy as a tool will save your life because you'll know how to get the fuck out of places that you don't belong. You walk in somewhere, you feel weird energy, you get the fuck. See, back in the day, I'll go somewhere, feel weird energy, and just still sit there and not understanding, it's a lot of motherfuckers, right, who get rocked to sleep out here in this world. And you wonder, like, how did that happen, right? Because people don't really understand energy. And then the ones that can feel energy, right? Everybody ain't got the power that you have to understand and feel energy. And then the ones that can, a lot of times we don't pay attention to it because we don't understand that power that we have. When I tapped in with the consciousness, I started realizing energy is a tool for me because I am energy. So the next time you go somewhere and the energy's off, get the fuck. Start using energy as a tool. It doesn't lie. You'll know when somebody care about you. You know when somebody don't. Intuition is another thing. I didn't understand it. When I thought I was the body, I didn't understand intuition. It's a warning sign for sure. I ain't understand intuition. This body's technology, chat. And it's what I'm telling you. Somebody said energy is a warning signal. Yes. It's also a signal to let you know you good here. It's like a safe area. It's tech. We this is technology. We're learning how to use it. Trust your gut. Right. It's technology, chat. A lot of y'all don't be knowing how to use your tech. Your gut be telling you sit the fuck down somewhere. You still going. This is technology, bro. As consciousness, we are starting to remember and understand how to use it. When I tapped all the way in, this is when I started realizing, yo, my intuition is GPS for me. Intuition tells me, nope, move around. Oh, you good right now. And then I started realizing, yo, a lot of the shit that I went through in life and a lot of things that I was able to make it through is because I listened to my intuition. If I don't trust my intuition, I die. Then I saw a lot of shit where I almost ain't make it through. It's because I went against my intuition. Chat, when you tap in with the consciousness, you start understanding this talking is programming your reality, yo. That's why you gotta watch the shit that come out your fucking mouth. This is creative authority. I used to speak death and dumb shit over my life. Listen to the music about dying, all types of stupid shit. When I realized that I was a consciousness, I started understanding words ain't just words, man. A motherfucker can talk you into the grave. A motherfucker can talk you into losing everything that you got. Real talk. When I tapped in with the consciousness, chat, this is when I started understanding how to be magnetic, how to attract. See, the thing about life, they want us in this race where we're running. They want us in this race where we're running, where we're constantly chasing. But when I tapped in with the consciousness, this is when I started to understand, and overstand that life is about attracting. Life is about attracting the things that you want. You know, why do you put on clothes? To attract certain people, right? You're going for a job, what do? You put on a suit, right? So it's starting to understand how I started to understand that this vessel was a magnet. Hence, this is why I have an electromagnetic field. This avatar it has gravitational pull. A lot of the shit that's going on in your life, we are attracting it. Nearly everything. When you start understanding that this shit is a magnet, you start to learn how to attract the things that you want instead of the things that you don't want. You start understanding, okay, I gotta dress like this if I want to attract this. I'm gonna dress like this if I want to attract this. You know, a lot of and look, I'm not saying it's crazy, right? And a lot of people gonna get mad at what I'm about to say, but bro, think about it. A dude wears some weird clothes and then wonder why niggas think he gay. Same thing with a girl. You wear some hoe clothes and then wonder why a nigga just want to fuck. You attracting shit. See what I'm saying? When you tap in with the consciousness, you start understanding this shit. You start understanding the magnetum, that everything is magnetic when it comes to this body. You're gonna attract what you look like. When I tapped in with the consciousness chat, this is when I tapped in. This is when I started understanding and I was able to start seeing the code, right? Yo, I'm gonna tell you this, chosen one. You are a deity amongst men and women. If you can see the code running in this reality, if you can see people's patterns, if you can see the construct behind the scenes of why things are going on with a lot of motherfuckers, you're not like everybody. They can't see it, man. You got to understand the advantage that you have in life. You got to understand why everything's been up against you. Because once you realize that it's not fair on your end, you'll see why everything been trying to beat you. It ain't fair, chosen. You can see the code. You can see the patterns. You're a deity amongst men and women in this life. And when you take that responsibility and you understand that, this is when you start to make, what's up, Charlotte? This is when you start to make things happen in your life the way that you want them. Bro, you can see the patterns. You know, up, it's Tuesday. My bitch about to start acting weird. Up, it's motherfucking, up, it's Thursday night. Daddy coming in drunk. You see it. If you can see it, chosen, you can change it. You can beat it. I started to see the code, man. I started to understand, yo, everybody ain't seeing these patterns that I'm seeing, man. I know what motherfuckers is gonna do before they do it. You start understanding who's an NPC and why they act the way that they act. You stop taking motherfuckers serious. You start understanding, okay, I see it. You start understanding the programming. What is the programming in this reality? The traditions, the culture. You start seeing it as program. You don't see it as, oh, this is just the culture. Nah, you start understanding, oh, culture means programming. Tradition is programming. Culture keeps us divided. Culture makes you accept certain behaviors or act certain ways and say it's okay because you're just in the culture. It's fucking programming. You know? Certain motherfuckers feel like it's all right to be a hoe because they coming from that motherfucking hoe culture. They feel like it's all right to exchange sex for gifts because they come from the culture that says that shit is cool. That shit program, bro. You operating on program. Some niggas think it's all right to be a motherfucking killer and shit. You can go out here and kill niggas and go home and be a good dad and shit. Cause that's the culture that you come from. That shit is programming. It's making you accept certain shit. It's making you do certain shit and think it's okay. You start understanding the religion. It's just programming, bro. Fear. It's literally programming. You want to know why fear is the biggest control mechanism? Let's break it down. If I told you it was a motherfucking dinosaur outside eating motherfuckers, and I gave you and somehow we chilling and somehow the motherfucking house starts shaking and you hear something going, guess what? You ain't going the fuck outside. Fear is controlling you. You just hearing shit. You don't know that could be a motherfucker outside holding a speaker, right? If I told you it's a nigga on the roof sniping shit, and then I go out back and boom, and you hear that, guess what? You ain't going outside. Fear is controlling you. This is why reality and society wants to keep you in fear, because fear is an invisible guideline that makes you act a certain type of way. Hence, this is why they tell you you gonna go to hell forever if you don't follow this shit. You can be bad as you want, motherfucker. You can repent. You can be bad and you can repent. But if you don't follow this shit, bitch, you're going to hell forever. That's fear. That's why a lot of motherfuckers is Christians, because they believe that they can do whatever the fuck they want to, repent, and go to heaven. They don't got to go to hell. Because if, as long as they believe in that shit, they going where they going to heaven, right? That's fear, bro. It's control. It's control. You start to see that when you tap into the consciousness. You start understanding the programming. When you tap into the consciousness, you start understanding what situations are lessons versus distractions. Shout out to the collective, man. 111's in the chat if you understand that you are the consciousness and not the body. Understand, 111's in the chat if you understand that you are the consciousness and not the body. If you agree that you are the consciousness and not this human body, if you agree that you are consciousness navigating through this simulation through a matrix, 111's in the chat. Because look, our collective agreement, guess what? Guess what happens? That shifts reality. If we sitting here 111's in the chat saying, yo, we know we in the matrix, we understand that we are consciousness, we understand that we control this reality. 111's in the chat. Hey, yo, that shit beautiful, chat. I ain't gonna cap. Just understanding the power that we can have to just, now, guys, you don't understand this, right? Some of you do. But when you dropping that 111 in the chat, that is power, chat. See, my reality is gonna be so malleable just because we all agreeing that we in the matrix. You're not gonna, guys, your manifestations are gonna fall through at the speed of light just because we are all in here agreeing right now, dropping 111 saying that we understand we in the matrix. This is how collective agreement works, chat. Man, that's beautiful. Synchronizing. Yes. We got the real power. We have the real power. Let's tap in, chat. So that's the second thing that you got to understand about this reality is that you are the one controlling it. All right, this is the second thing that you have to understand. The first thing, you are generating it. The second thing, you are controlling it. The second thing, you are the consciousness. Now, guys, why are we here? Life is literally a school. All right. Life is literally a school. What do we mean by life is a school? What do we mean by that? All of us are here learning something, the oldest to the new, right? The oldest to the youngest. We are in here every day we learn. We come into this reality, we don't know nothing. We learn, and as we learn, we gain experience. As we gain experience, we grow. This is how life works, right? But it's not the way that it always been. Let's talk about how we got to where we at now. All right. We are in the middle of a real spiritual war. I don't know if you understand that, but every day that you wake up, you got to understand that you are battling. Every time you get a thought to eat something that you know you ain't supposed to, that's war. Every time you get a thought to procrastinate, to not finish something, not go to the gym, not accomplish something, that's war. Every time you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend get into an argument and not seeing eye to eye instead of understanding how to communicate, that's war, guys. You gotta understand. You are in a spiritual war. Every time you turn that TV and there's something trying to lower your mood, you gotta protect your energy out here, man. Certain songs or put me in a mood or make me start thinking. Like, you gotta protect your energy, bro. But we in spiritual warfare. How do we get here? Right? Let's talk about it. How many of y'all have heard of Adam and Eve? 111's in the chat if you know anything about Adam and Eve. You heard of Adam and Eve before, right? Now, what is so significant about Adam and Eve? I told y'all this ain't a religious place, right? What y'all gotta understand, these stories of earth, this stuff is not really religious. Man just made all this stuff, the stories religious, man, to control. But these stories, let's talk about them, right? What is significance about Adam and Eve? The thing that stands out about Adam and Eve is they wasn't babies. They came into this reality as full grown adults, right? 111 in the chat. Adam and Eve, they came in as full adults, right? 111s, if you understand that. Guys, in this reality, Adam and Eve were not the first people. They were the last to come in as full adults. In this reality, chosen one, souls, when we used to come into the matrix, we would incarnate as full grown adults with the understanding that we were coming to have a physical experience. This place was like an open world video game. We would come into reality, incarnating as full grown adults, knowing why we were here, knowing that we were here to learn to be a human being, to ascend to the next level as consciousness. This is what this whole thing is about. It's about it's about expanding consciousness, right? Now, what happened? Our reality got hijacked, chat, right? Our reality got hijacked by low vibrational entities called archons, right? When the archons take over this reality, this caused us to go into a reincarnation loop. And this is when souls started becoming babies. Babies represent the conscious wipe. You ever seen a kid that you know done lived this life before? Like, I know a kid right now that I know. She's done lived this life before, right? Is no way. Certain things she say, certain things. This kid has already been alive. You know, this is not their first time. When you come back into this reality, your conscience gets wiped and you become a baby now. We used to didn't there was no being a baby and stuff like that. When the archons took over this reality, this is what happened. So you gotta understand, being a baby is a representation of the amnesia, forgetting everything and starting from zero, starting over again, right? And this is what's been happening, right? So why did the archons hijack this reality? Because they need your energy. They feed on your low vibrational soul energy. They needed low vibration. They are low vibrational entities. How do we see this in real time? Guys, I hope you don't think that the world is operating normally, right? I hope you don't think all of this negative shit, all of this, how do we know? This is the reason why every time you see something on TV, it's negative. It's trying to put you in a fear vibration. Every time you strolling I'm strolling on TikTok the other night. It's girls, TikTok getting crazy. Girls half naked on live, right? Everything wants to get you in a lust. They be banning me, and these bitches be naked on this bitch, right? Everything wants you in lust. Everything wants you feeling some type of way. All these videos keep popping up of police killing black boys. And guess what, nigga? You the only nigga seeing it. Ain't nobody else. That shit ain't popping up on white people shit. That shit popping up on your shit. Cause everything desire you to be in some type of hate mood. This is why you gotta understand, bro. You gotta understand this, chat. Everything desires to put you in a low vibration because the archons feed on your vibration. Loosh. Literally. This is why you can go watch corn videos for free. This is why you could just go to any website and get off. Cause they eat that shit, right? They feed on your low vibration, your lust, your hate, your envy, your doubt. They eat it. Guys, we've been in battle for so long, and a lot of y'all starting to wake up and remember this shit is a war. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We're starting to win, chat. Yeah, we've been forgetting, but we're starting to remember every time now. Now let's talk about it. There's three types of souls in this battle. Now, how did the battle start? Archons take control of this reality. Once they do, the souls that were here, they get stuck in the reincarnation loop. Once souls get stuck in the reincarnation loop, this triggers the war between consciousness and low vibrational archons because we, as souls, we all come from one source. No matter if you white, no matter if you black, no matter if you're Asian, no matter if you Puerto Rican, Hispanic, no matter if you goddamn black and white, whatever, right? If you are a soul, you gotta understand, we are all coming from the same fucking source. We are all different variations of the same source. Therefore, this is you want to know why they're constantly trying to divide and conquer us, chosen? You want to know why they want black against white, why they want us against them? You want to know why they want that? Because ascension is a collective effort because we are all one source. We are one entity that has to remember, yo, we are all fucking the same entity. I can't ascend if you don't. This ain't a one-man game. This is a collective effort. Cause we all different variations of the same source. This shit sort of like the Power Rangers. Them bitches is mighty by themselves, but when they get in that machine and become one, them bitches unbeatable. As a collective, this is how we ascend, bro. Real shit. So when the archons take over this reality, souls get hijacked. We say, yo, we need our school. If we don't get our construct back, we can't ascend. This shit is holding up the ascension process. Now let's talk about it. What's going on right now? Where are we at in the war, Jay? How are we coming? There's three types of souls here. Guys, we're winning the war. This is why the world in a state of chaos. Ask yourself, is the chaos that you're hearing about on TV, is this shit affecting you? Is this shit affecting you? Or are you just watching it? The chaos in the world don't affect my life. I'm still living the same life. And guys, can I tell y'all something? Can we bust down this loop that they've been doing? By now, especially in this generation, you niggas should be bro. I get so tired of seeing niggas online or people. I'm gonna say people, right? Even when I say nigga, I'm talking about everybody in this motherfucker, right? But I get so tired of seeing niggas online constantly fear mongering. Guys, listen, we've been doing this shit forever. Ever since I was a kid, there has been war in the Middle East. Y'all don't realize that this shit is just an energy harvesting? Y'all don't see the pattern? Every couple years, we beefing with somebody. We've been doing this since I was a kid, bro. I no longer am feeding energy to that fucking loop no more, yo. If they ain't blown this shit up by now, they ain't gonna do it. Yo, if the earth ain't blown up or destroyed by now, it ain't gonna never happen, chat. You got this planet been around for billions and billions and trillions of eons, man. There's been technology on this planet that you will never even fucking ever hear about. If this shit ain't been blown up yet, all these wars, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Stop feeding into all that fuck shit. It's just an energy harvesting. Now, it's three types of souls here, man. The first group, the sleeping giant. Let's talk about it. Sleeping giants. All right. Who are the sleeping giants? These are the souls who got trapped here. Uh, these are the souls who got trapped here when it first happened, man. Hold on, chat. These are the souls who got trapped here when the archives first took over this reality. Hold on, I'm trying to do something, chat. Give me 1 second, man. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Damn, bro. I just had to block this silly ass bitch, man. Keep in my chat DMing me when I'm trying to fucking talk. What the fuck? All right. Anyway, so let's get back to it. So what happened, chat? Uh, that shit be crazy. Like, motherfuckers just doing anything trying to distract a nigga. Ain't no goddamn way you in the chat watching and then DMing me. Come on, yeah, that's right. That shit popping up all on my goddamn screen, man. What the fuck? I had to get that bitch up out of here, man. I'm sorry, chat. Excuse me. All right. So let's tap in. So the sleeping giant. Who is the sleeping giant, chat? The sleeping giant, right? The sleeping giant is one of the main souls. Now pay attention, chat, right? It's a lot of distractions starting to come up. What is that pattern? When they trying to distract real heavy, I'm about to tell you some real shit. I'm about to awaken you. I'm about to give you some shit that's gonna make you go up. You notice when we start talking about the three types of souls, it's a lot of motherfuckers coming in here saying crazy shit on both YouTube and TikTok. That is not by chance. That is by design. Pay attention. Three types of souls. First one, the sleeping giant. Who is this? This is one of the ancient beings who were here when this reality got hijacked. Very powerful. Very powerful being. You just been sleep. All right. You've been reincarnating back to back. You've been trapped and you've been sleep. It's a very powerful soul. A lot of y'all are the gods that people worship. The gods that you see on the temples. The gods that you see uh uh on the pyramids. A lot of y'all are them. You just been reincarnating. A lot of the ancient kings and queens of Europe, Mesopotamia, Maya, a lot of different places. A lot of y'all are them. You just been sleep, reincarnating, 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 reincarnating. Right? Somebody said, I'm not a god, I just been reincarnating. Baby, gods are the only ones that are reincarnating. Souls is the only thing that is reincarnating. Anything else is just, you know what I'm saying? Watch what you're saying. You definitely a god. If you can see the code, you gotta understand. If you can see the pattern, this black or white, If you can see the pattern in real life, you can see the code. That 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 means you can see behind the scenes. It's like you wrote this shit. All right, so let's tap in. Sleeping giant, very powerful soul. You've been trapped. You've been reincarnating. You've been waiting on this time, but you didn't know. Right? You've been waiting on this time, but you didn't know. How do you know you're a sleeping giant? For one, you resonate with the fact of reincarnating. You know this ain't your first lifetime. You know that you've been here reincarnating. You probably feel like life is a prison or you've been locked up in some type of prison. At this point, you might not look at life as something that you might look at life as like a punishment. You just keep coming here, right? Now this is not for everybody. This is for the sleeping giant. As a sleeping giant, you resonate with being stuck in the body or feeling like, yo, I'm locked up. Even when you are out, even when you are free, right? You ain't in jail, but something just tells you you're not free. How do you know? Every time you've come into this reality, they have wiped your consciousness. Every time you have come into this reality, they have wiped your consciousness. But your subconscious mind cannot be wiped. Your subconscious cannot be wiped. This is why you can remember. This is why you have deja vu. This is why you have certain dreams of living in cities that you have not lived in this time, in this lifetime. As a sleeping giant, nothing excites you. You probably went to New York, LA, Dubai, China, Thailand, wherever. For the first time, and when you got there, it was oh so familiar. Or it was just like, damn, I didn't seen this before. You might feel like all cities and places are the same. It's because you have chosen one, you have seen it. You've done it a lot. As a sleeping giant, you're probably somebody who has been obligated for other people since you was a kid, meaning you ain't never really had a life where you could literally just take care of yourself and experience life. You probably always had brothers to look out of, or always had sisters to look out after of. You probably are taking care of your parents right now. You probably was married at a very young age, 21 or some shit. You probably had kids since you was like 16. This is a distraction. This life wants to fill you with a distraction to keep you from seeking outside, to keep you from waking up. As a sleeping giant, right? As a sleeping giant, chosen one, your spiritual awakening, it literally costs you everything. You were living in an illusion, but once you came to an awakening, everything started to go south. And as a sleeping giant, you probably wasn't the black sheep. You probably was mama's favorite kid. You probably was the family favorite. The family had so much confidence in you. But as soon as you start getting into your spiritual awakening, everybody start turning their back on you. As soon as you decided not to do what society said, everybody start turning their back. You start losing friends. You start losing your mom. You start losing a lot of shit. Right? As a sleeping giant, this literally happens when you come to your awakening. Everything, the illusion has to crumble. A lot of y'all, what's good, sis? A lot of y'all have lost a lot of shit. All because you came to an awakening. And that illusion that you had to crumble. That job, you had to lose it. That girlfriend, she had to get out the way. That boyfriend, you had that family that you had, you know, Yeah, I'm sorry, but it was just an illusion. It was just something to keep you sleep. It was just something to keep your ass motherfucking in line. Right? As a sleeping giant, it probably was hard. As a sleeping giant, chosen one, it probably was very hard for you to walk away from the illusion, for you to walk away from you know, it was hard for you to walk away from the gangs, the street life, the church, the groups. It was hard for you to walk away from that shit. Why? Because you have become comfortable with human conditioning and programming. Because you have done so many motherfucking lifetimes of reincarnating that you are comfortable with that street shit. You comfortable with the church. You comfortable in the Islam. You comfortable in the job. You're comfortable with that shit. If you're not working, some of y'all, if y'all ain't working, y'all be like, fuck. Even if you get rich, you might have a 9 to 5. Some of y'all go out here and hit the lottery and still need it and still keep a job. Motherfucker go out here and hit the lottery for $1 million and still going to work every fucking day. It's because you're comfortable in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's why you see niggas get millions and millions of dollars and still want to be game bangers and shit, and then end up fucking up all the money up. They comfortable in that shit. They comfortable. Dirk told you he feels safe in the trenches. It's a real thing, bro. You done did so many lifetimes of reincarnation that a lot of motherfuckers is comfortable with the human conditioning. It's the real thing. As a sleeping giant, right? Because the conditioning is a conscious thing, guys. We are consciousness. So these programs and conditioning, they don't just be on this body, they be indebted on your consciousness. Yo, let's keep going, right? Real shit, chat. How else you know you're a sleeping giant? Trauma. A lot of y'all are facing trauma not from just this life, but from past lifetimes. You ain't, a lot of y'all been having natural depression. A lot of y'all just naturally depressed and you don't know why. That shit come from another lifetime. A lot of y'all got been having anxiety your whole life and you don't understand it. Shit come from another lifetime. A lot of y'all fighting traumas from other lifetimes, chat. You just never trusted people. Ever since you was a kid, just never trusted motherfuckers. It's trauma from other lives. Shout out to the sleeping giants, man. This reality wanted to keep you sleep because once you awaken, once you wake up and remember, guess what happens? The 5D shift. Because y'all woke up now, 5D shift is active. This is why a lot of us are watching the trauma, are watching the chaos on TV. We don't see it in real life. We just watch it on TV. I ain't seen an ICE agent yet. I ain't seen a motherfucking riot yet. I ain't, you know, these prices ain't fucking with me. So the 5D shift is real. This is why a lot of y'all just seeing the chaos on TV. Um, let's keep going, man. Next group, next soul type, star seeds. Let's talk about the star seeds, man. Shout out to the star seeds, yo. Now, star seeds and sleeping giants are the same. It's just the circumstance. The reasoning why we're here is different, right? Sleeping giants, they were here in the beginning and they got caught up in that war and they've been asleep, right? So they were trapped here. Star seeds, you crazy motherfuckers. Y'all chose to come here. Y'all crazy as shit. Let's talk about these badass star seeds, man. Now, Who is the star seed? The star seed is here on a mission. The star seed is a member of the Galactic Federation, and you are here on you are here on war. You are on the front lines. Your incarnation, you are on the front lines in war right now. You chose to come here. Now, star seed, this is a high vibrational being that has lowered their vibration to incarnate as a human being, only to be born, because once you are born, your frequency automatically lifts the frequency of the planet. All right, your frequency. And once that happens, once the frequency of the planet happens, the illusion no longer can happen. Right now, we can see through it. So we went into the 5D shift because you chose to come here. The planet, the frequency lifted. Now we can see the code. We can't deny that this shit is a simulation no more. We understand that we just here. We sleep, right? We woke up and sleeping giants, they're online, they're remembering 5D shift now, right? So you're here on a mission. And this is why your life has been hard as fuck as a star seed. It's why your life has been hard. It's why you come from a dysfunctional family, shit like that, right? How do you know you're a star seed? For one, your head be in the stars. You can see the pyramid ships at night, cloaked in darkness. The one star at the top, two at the bottom. Those are pyramids. All right. You can see the ships. You see stars. Maybe stars follow you. Stars start moving. When you look up at the sky, maybe some of you have seen it. The stars start to move. Right. How else you know you're a star seed? I told you. You came here for war. You've been in spiritual battle your whole life. You've been in spiritual battle your whole life. What does spiritual battle look like for star seeds? Let's talk about this. First off, your enemy is the low vibrational entity called the Archon. They are not humans. All right. Archons, how do they attack you? Intrusive thoughts, by controlling the people close around you, and people that you love, and creating low frequency loops for you to fall into. Low frequency loops like addiction and things like that in your life. This is how the Archon attacks you. All right. Now, what you got to understand is you knew this shit was gonna be real for you when you came in, right? You know, this is why your life been hard. But you also knew that, yo, eventually we'll win, right? It wasn't a guarantee, but you knew for sure. One thing you knew, Archons was gonna be on your ass, right? And ever since you came into this reality, they knew who you were, right? What does spiritual warfare look like? Being born with birth complications, premature, umbilical cord wrapped around you. This is a real sign of a star seed, all right? The reality trying to reset you before you can even get started. All right. What does spiritual warfare continue to look like for the star seed? You don't understand. Your life been war the whole time. You just waking up and dealing with shit. It's been war. Growing up in a broken home, a home that is riddled by fighting, toxicity, divorce, um, having a toxic parent, like a toxic mom or a toxic dad, um, that puts you in situations that you shouldn't be in. Lets you see shit that you shouldn't see. Right? This is spiritual warfare. It's the reason why you got that parent. Um, Death, losing a parent to a weird accident or something like that, murder or something, or to incarceration. Spiritual warfare for the star seed as a kid. All right, growing up in a fucked up home. Also, losing your stability at a young age. Like I said, losing the parent that's the breadwinner, or losing um, grandparents who have cared about you, something like that, right? Another point of warfare for the star seed, being purposely led down paths that were meant to destroy you. Paths of drugs, alcohol, addiction, uh, sex, gangs, street life, racism, things like that. You were purposely led down paths or purposely had influences in your life that was supposed to lead you to destruction. You didn't realize it, but that path you went down, it was supposed to destroy you. But you're a star seed, so of course you're sitting in front of me right now. Right? Um, the relationships, same toxic relationships. All right, you keep meeting the same spirit in different people. You keep dating narcissists. You keep dating people who want to abuse you. Shit like that. All right. This is another sign of a spiritual warfare for the star seed. How else you know you're a star seed? This your first time being a human being, right? As a star seed, this is your first incarnation, most of you. Some of you have come back, but majority of you, this is your first incarnation. And unless you are like a reminder, but how do you know? Because you probably caught yourself looking at your hands, looking at your face in the mirror, growing up, trying to figure out what the hell is a human? What is this? You always felt like being a human being was some type of divine thing or something, right? Um, Another way you know you're this is your first time being a human because you were able to see through the programs, right? Meaning the religion didn't catch you up. You always felt like religion was weird. Um, Society, you always went against the program, right? Another way is you understand that how this earth works without knowing. A lot of y'all knew, like as a kid, like you just kind of knew how the simulation worked, right? Like I knew as a kid, if I did certain shit, then certain things wouldn't go my way. Like I was trying to self master at like 8, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to correct certain habits that I had already because I knew that it, you know what I'm saying, it would directly affect other days. So I was kind of understanding this shit without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all really, really was too, right? So shout out to the Star Seeds and the Sleeping Giants, man. Star Seeds chose to come back. Start Sleeping Giants are online. And we're winning, bro. And how you know we winning? Um, it's the chaos that you see. The Matrix can't feed, and so it's doing anything to trying to get us to feed. But this our shit. The last soul, the last group is the reminders, souls like me and other creators that you see in the collective that get up here with purpose and do this for the intent of reaching the people and not just the money, Like there's a lot of creators out here that's just dropping videos and trying to do shit for money. But there's some that's moving in purpose, bro. And yo, I'm gonna be real. Some of these creators, y'all gotta watch out for, man. Some of these motherfuckers are funded by the same people that's trying to take y'all down, man. Be careful of who all you listen to, man. Some of these motherfuckers is they not real. But there's some of these collective reminders who are literally on this shit, man. So shout out to y'all. Yo, 111s if you know where you sit at, chat. 111s in the chat if you understand where you sit at, man. Yes, I can relate to all three. And a lot of y'all are gonna relate to a lot of them, man. You know? But if you've been trapped, if you resonate with that trap, you probably been here locked in. You probably been asleep. If you feel like this your first lifetime though, if life be exciting you, yeah, you probably a star seed. All right, let's get into the 10 laws of the matrix, guys. These 10 rules of the matrix will help you navigate this reality in a good way, man. So let's knock out these 10 rules. Let's go, Brittany.
Right, Jay. Let's break it down clearly for the chat, the way you would for chosen ones. Here's a full overview of the 10 rules of the Matrix from the perspective of the soul inhabiting the body. 1. Everything is the Matrix. Every thought, action, and experience is part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Nothing is random. 2. Energy is currency. Your attention, focus, emotions, and actions are all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy, so protect it like your most valuable resource. 3. Observe, don't react. The soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control over your reality. 4. Frequency dictates reality. Everything has a vibration: love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy frequency to what you want to manifest. The matrix responds to resonance. 5. See through the layers. Matrix is multi-layered. Learn to decode illusions, hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is as it seems. Always look beyond the surface. Hash 6. Master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. 7. Recognize NPCs, hijacked, and control players. NPCs, unaware players, stuck in loops. Hijacked players, partially aware but influenced by outside forces. Control players, fully aware and capable of navigating and manipulating the matrix. Know who you're interacting with. It affects your energy. 8. Protect your energy drains, manipulative influences, and low frequency distractions. This includes substances, toxic people, or societal traps. 9. Timing is everything. Portals, loops, and cosmic alignments exist. Knowing when to act, shift, or manifest is crucial for maximum effect. 10. Codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibration. Learn to speak the universal language. It's the key to manifesting, controlling, and thriving. Jay, if you want, I can break it all down with. I'll break it down. Let's go. So let's go over these rules, chat. These rules are gonna help you navigate through this reality as consciousness the right way, man. So let's tap in. Rule number 1. Everything is the matrix. Every thought, every action, and experience is a part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Nothing is random. Chat, you got to understand, man. Everything that's going on in life ain't random, bro. You got to start seeing it. You got to start understanding, and overstanding. Every person in your life is not a random person. Everything that's happening around you is a part of a coded system. And who is the one coding the system? You. How are you coding it? With your actions, your frequency, and your intention. Your actions, your mental state, and your intention. This codes your reality. You're generating it with your brain. Learn to control it. Everything is the matrix, all right? Every experience, every thought, every action is part of a coded system that you are creating. Number 2, energy is the currency. Your attention, your focus, your actions are all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy, so protect it like it's your most valuable resource. Guys, listen, I promise you, if you want to make this, if you want to get this, you got to protect your energy. This is the only way you're going to get this bag. You ain't going to get no bag if you out here and your energy not protected, chosen. You got to understand that, man. You must protect your energy. Now, what do I mean by that? It's all connected. First off, what is money? Let's make it make sense, right? Because Jay, you saying everything's connected, but how? You gotta understand, money is energy. How do we know that money's energy? Because you gotta do something to get money, right? It takes energy to get it. You go to work, you do your job, it turns into money, right? That job that you do, that's physical action. So that's energy. Streams turn into this, right? What are streams? That's you listening to some shit. So your listening turns into money for people, right? Your views turn into this. If I drop a video and it get 100 billion views, I'm gonna get a lot of this. So this is how you know money is only the physical manifestation of energy. Now, when you understand that money is this energy,
Now you understand everything around you is connected. If you go out here and get in an argument with your girl, that shit fucking your money up. If you go out here and get an argument with your boyfriend, that shit fucking your money up. This is why you gotta protect your energy. Every time you let somebody piss you off, you might not think it, but guess what? It's fucking your money up. You need energy to manifest. And I don't mean to go work, but you need energy to pull things into reality. A lot of the shit around you ain't going right because you are not protecting your energy. You don't understand that your energy is the currency. All right? Your job ain't paying you. Your job is putting you in a survival frequency. How do you access energy or money in this reality? How do you make energy or make money? Intention and action. You got the job with the intention of getting paid. You go there, you do the action. You can do that with anything, bro. You can clock into yourself. I was like 11 years old in school with a crazy bankroll because I sold candy, but I just used my intention and action. Anywhere that I've ever been, I've known how to make money just by intentions and action. Set the intention, take the step. Oh, I'm gonna do this. This is what this looks like. Oh, I'm in prison. Ain't nobody sending me no money. How I'm gonna get some money? Oh, I'm gonna open up a poker table. Intention to get money. Action. It's just plain and simple. Intention and action, how you get paid in this reality, child. Your energy is the currency. Protect it like it's your most valuable resource. Number 3, observe, don't react. This goes back to your energy being the currency. Observe, don't react. This goes back to your energy being the currency. Yo, you can't always react to every little thing that's going on in the world. And there are people that live for your reaction. See, the name of this game is energy harvesting, energy siphoning, energy conservation. The one that understands this is the winner in life. Let's say I'm somebody in your life who always pissing you the fuck off. I'm purposely doing shit to piss you off. When you don't react to it, guess what you just did? You just siphoned all that energy I've been putting in to piss you at to fuck your day up, and it didn't fuck your day up. You just siphoned all that energy. Like the trolls in the chat, I just siphoned all their energy this whole live by not paying attention to shit, and I'm gonna get paid for it because I protected my energy and I siphoned theirs. The name of this game is to protect your energy. You don't gotta react to everything. Remember, when you react, you're giving energy. Only react to the things that matter to you. A lot of y'all be reacting to shit that don't matter. A lot of y'all getting mad over bitches that ain't yours. A lot of y'all getting mad over niggas that ain't yours. Only react to what's yours, man. Number 4, frequency dictates reality. Everything has a vibration. Love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy frequency to what you want to manifest. The matrix responds to resonance. Chosen one, you have to align your energy to the things that you want to manifest in life. Meaning, if you want to be abundance, go to where the abundance is. Stop thinking that you sitting in the hood all day and you just gonna get rich one day. You sitting in the fucking hood all day seeing nothing but scarcity. Go where the rich shit at, man. Go take a jog. Go drive to the 20-minute neighborhood and take a jog through there, man. You know what I'm saying? The rich shit. Go work out in the rich neighborhood, bro. A lot of people think that they gonna find love, but they don't got self-love. You don't take yourself serious. You don't love yourself enough to eat healthy. You don't love yourself enough to do, you know, to quit the drugs. You don't love yourself enough to have boundaries, have respect for yourself. You don't love yourself enough to hold other people accountable when they do shit. How you gonna ever find somebody that love you? Frequency dictates reality. Tap in to the frequency that you want to manifest. Number 5, see through the layers. The matrix is multi-layered. Learn to decode the illusions. Guys, listen, everything ain't what it seems, man. You gotta know when you see these TikTokers or when you see these people get on here and they pushing that fear, and they got 100,000 likes, it's because they siphoning energy, man. Why in the fuck 100,000 people gonna like some shit that's making them fearful? Why the fuck would I like some shit that's promoting me to be scared? I ain't liking that shit. Are you insane? I don't want to feel like somebody gonna drop a bomb on me, motherfucker. I don't like what the fuck you saying. So pay attention, see through the layers. Understand when somebody's coming for your energy, man. Right? A lot of people just gonna look at this live and look at me as just some hood nigga up here talking about the Matrix. But if you can see through the layers, you understand that this live is an upgrade. Number 6, master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. Guys, awareness changes outcome. Be aware of everything around you and who you around. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker is plotting to take you out and you have no awareness of it, you are sitting duck. But if you find out, oh, such and such trying to do that to me, guess what? That awareness gives you the ability to maneuver in a way that it's not easy, or the way that it can't just happen. Somebody said I've learned a lot from you, my brother. I appreciate that, bro. That mean a lot to me, man. Number 7, recognize NPCs, hijack players, and control players. Chat, come back at 12:30 today. We're gonna be live again, breaking down NPCs. All right. So if you're not following me up here on TikTok, or if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you hit that button and turn that bell on if you want to learn more about NPCs and the programming. All right, we're gonna be talking about that later on at 12:30 lunchtime, on this live Eastern time. I'm on Eastern time. I'm in America. Number 8, protect your energy. Avoid energy drains, manipulative influence, low frequency distractions. Guys, keyword avoid. Avoid. Why do some of you guys think that it's that you soft if you avoid shit? A wise man knows you cannot fight every battle. Some things you have to avoid. Keyword. When you avoid shit, you're protecting your energy. Of course, I'm gonna avoid the argument with you, baby. Of course, I'm about to. If I ain't gotta fight, I'm gonna avoid the fight. If I ain't gotta go kill a nigga, I'm gonna avoid it. Protect your energy, chat. Even if you gotta cut people out your life, bro, protect your energy. Number 9, timing is everything. Portals, loops, cosmic alignments, it all exists. Knowing when to act is crucial. Guys, a lot of you would have already been millionaires had you followed your ideas long ago. You'd probably be $100 million man right now. Some of you knew to buy Bitcoin when it was back when it was damn near a penny, and you didn't do it. You'd have been $100 million man right now. When your ideas come to you, act on them, chat. Don't just let them go by. Don't just think that I can do it tomorrow. I can do it later. No, you can't. You, that's why you got the idea now. Procrastination is a wealth killer. A lot of you would have already not had no worries had you did your idea when you got it 3 years ago. A lot of y'all been supposed to take this social media shit serious 4 and 5 years ago. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibrations. Learn to speak the universal language. It is the key to manifesting and thriving. Guys, we live in a coded structure. Once you understand numbers are everything, how old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? How do I get in contact with you? Money, time, longitude, latitude, length, width, height. Numbers are everything in this reality. We live in a coded structure. When you understand how to use the codes to manifest, you will win, man. 111's in the chat. Yo, shout out to everybody for rocking with me on this live, man. This live is on YouTube. You can catch it. Yo, make sure y'all tap in and be aware, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here trying to get your attention, man. Only pay your attention to the things that leave you feeling how you feeling right now. You feeling inspired. You feeling motivated. You feeling like you can take over the world. That's the type of shit you need to pay attention to. Because guess what? I didn't siphon your energy. That feeling that you have, I just gave you energy, bro. You dig what I'm saying? That feeling of, yo, I can go out here and get anything done right now. That feeling of, I'm about to start locking the fuck in. That motivating feeling that you feel, that's how you only need to fuck with shit that make you feel like that, man. Everything else is draining. Yo, so chat, let's talk about it. This is my book, man, Decoding the Matrix. Now, this book is viral. This book has helped a lot of people. Yo, if you already got this book and you use it on a daily basis, you seeing results with the codes, 111's in the chat. Now, this information that I put in this book changed my life, bro. It's literally the secret to how I survived and thrived through so many situations that was trying to take my life. It's literally the secret of how I started to make money for myself through the internet. um, and I wanted to give y'all this information, man. Now, this book is only $50. When you purchase this book, you will receive all four of my books. Before I tell you how you can get this book, though, let me prove to you that this thing works in real life. All right. Anybody who is in pain right now, drop a one. We're gonna get rid of your pain using the pain code so you can see that this is a real thing and it's not a game. All right. Anybody who's in pain right now, any type of physical pain, put a one in the chat. All right, sweetheart. All right, put a one in the chat. We're gonna activate this pain code right now. All right, this is gonna prove to y'all that this is the real deal. It's gonna take your pain away. Now, guys, how this is gonna work? While you are right now, I need you to focus on your pain. All right, wherever you're hurting, your toe hurt, your back hurt, wherever. Focus on that pain. Now, I'm gonna count to three. I'm gonna say one, two, three. Then we're gonna go, universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. After we say that, we're gonna say pain code, and then we're gonna say 23 31 443. We're gonna keep saying that number until the pain leaves your body. Once the pain leaves your body, say no pain in the chat. This is only gonna take 1 to 2 minutes. All right, let's try it. One, two, three, universe, give us more power to manifest using this code, pain code, 23 31 443, 23 31 443. So you should be saying this code with me right now, chat. 23 31 443, 23 31 443, 23 31 443. 23 31 443, 23 31 443. What's up, Doc? 23 31 443, 23 31 443. Chat, if this is taking the pain out your body, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. If you're still in pain, you should keep saying that number 23 31 443. I'm seeing a lot of people on TikTok spamming no pain right now. I see a lot of people on YouTube spamming no pain right now. So as you can see, right, it's a lot of people saying no pain in the chat. To all the weird ass trolls saying they got pain, fuck you. All right. So as you can see, bro, it's a lot of people that literally took the pain out their body, man. Um, and that's a good thing, man. You see, they're literally going crazy, right? They. I use the code often. It works. Yeah, it really works. So let's talk about it, chat. Real talk. Look, man, it's all good. One thing about it, chat. Listen, I'm the one creator that you gonna see motherfuckers coming up with whole campaigns, man. These people come and stalk my lives every day. They try to fuck my money up. They try to, but it doesn't work. So it doesn't matter. They just giving me energy. But I'm like the only creator you gonna see with all these trolls in here saying, "Oh, he's crazy. He's a liar. He's a scammer. He's this. He's a." It's all good. It's literally dupe accounts, man. So it's a campaign. They've been trying. Listen, I've been banned 5 times, bro, and I still made it to 100K followers again. I've been banned 5 times on the internet. They took my pages 5 times, bro, in like 1 month. So I'm only here relevant on the internet because of y'all. Y'all left me relevant. But chat, this is my viral book, man. You can get it. This book is the real deal. Now, the best thing about this book is that it has all four. Um, it has 4 powerful methods in which you can use to activate the codes. As you can see, this book is official. It is not capped. Um, it's a real book, all the codes in it. At the end of the book, it has my autograph with a picture of me up there. Um, and it's an ebook. It's gonna come to your email. Now, somebody said, how did that work? When you get that book, all right, not only are you gonna receive that book, but you're also gonna receive my other viral books as well. You're gonna receive this book right here, Accessing the Akashic Records 101. This book gives you my technique on how I tap into the Akash to get this information. Also, how I come up with how I tap in to deliver the messages that I do on a daily basis. A quick message from the universe. This book gives you the technique, all right, on how to tap into the Akash. Something I've been doing since I was like 13. All right. Also, not only are you gonna receive that book, you're gonna receive this book right here as well. This is called Unlocking Your Power with Nature. All right, this book is gonna teach you how to unlock your crystalline light structure or your DEA or DNA. Right? It's gonna teach you how to unlock your chakras so you can access your spiritual gifts. It's gonna show you how to ground, how to sun gaze, how to moon gaze, and how to use the ocean to activate. All right. You need this book. It'll have you activated by 90 to 180 days. And last but not least, the last book you will receive when you purchase the code book, you're getting a lot of information for $50, man. And this is a powerful book. It's called 3 Love Spells that will bring them back or make them go. Now, I made this book because the chosen ones are usually attacked by these witches and warlocks through intimacy, through love. All right. They try to get you like that. This will keep you one step ahead. Now, I ask that you use this stuff responsibly. This is a lot of these are my grandmother's spell. I got these out of my grandmother's spell book. Before when she died, I found her book. So use this stuff responsibly, chat. Do not use this spell book to hurt other people or to make people who are not interested in you be interested in you. All right. You do get back what you put out. All right. So shout out to my late grandmother, man. So chat, how do you get these books right now? You can get these books if you fit these categories, right? Now, these ebooks, these are going to be sent to you now. You must be $50 ready right now because how this works, I am going to send these books out right now on this live. It works like this. You pay, you screenshot it to my DM, I send you the book right now on live. I don't leave the live until everyone who gets their books confirms that they received it. All right. Now, if you live in the United States and you want to get this book, you can use Cash App, Venmo, Chime, Revolut, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Cash App. Or Zelle. All right. If you live in the anywhere outside the United States and you want to get these books to your email, meaning like the UK, Canada, or anywhere like that, you can use PayPal, Revolut. All right. If you are $50 ready now and you want to get this book, drop a one in the chat. All right. If you are ready to get this book right now, you $50 ready, drop a one in the chat. You said, will that work, Vero? I don't got Vero, love. I only got what I got, man. All right. So does anybody know what to say before saying the pain code? Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. Yeah, you can use Bitcoin, bro. Send me a DM. All right. Send me a DM, brother. All right. Travis, send me a DM on TikTok, bro. All right. I see a lot of y'all on YouTube. What if we want the book, but what? So, chat, this is how it works. I'm gonna say it again. If you want to get this book and you $50 ready now, you can use Cash App, PayPal, Chime, Revolut, Zelle, or whatever, right? Um, but that's all I got. So if you ready now on TikTok, drop a one in the chat and I'm gonna DM you the payment method. All right. If you are on YouTube, I see a lot of y'all dropping ones on YouTube. DM me on Instagram or come to my TikTok. Somebody said they need my Venmo. Yoga Bean, I got you, bro. I see you DM me already. I'm about to send it to you now. Uh Junior's mom. I don't got Vero or whatever you talking about. So chat, if you on YouTube, come over here to TikTok. My TikTok is J Originator 111. According to the Bible. And send me a DM. All right, Yoga Bing, I got you. I'm giving it to you now. King Smiley, send me a DM if you need the cash out, gang. And chat, I don't leave, I don't leave only for this person. I don't leave only for the people, um, I don't leave until y'all receive y'all books. All right, so the people on YouTube, I'm about to put it up. I got y'all. All right, YouTube, this the Zelle, this the PayPal, Chime, that's the Venmo. So the person that's on YouTube saying they need a Venmo, send it to that Venmo and then put your email on the Venmo, bro. I got you. All right, Brandon Williams, I'm DMing you. Yoga Matt, that's me, yo. All right, chat. Somebody said I forgot I even had that instinct. Yoga Matt, I just received it, bro. I'm about to send it to you now. Chat, can y'all see? All right, Yoga Matt, I'm sending it to you now, bro. Shout out to you. And this how the email works, bro. This how it look. You see, you got all four of the books. I just sent it to you. All right, YouTube. If y'all want to get the books, come to my TikTok live or Instagram.